Hey, what's going on, everybody? Dark Hour 717 here, and today is the day 313 has gone live as of, maybe about 30 minutes ago. So, a lot of anticipation for this patch to come out, a lot of great things coming into it. If you haven't gotten a chance to get into the open PTU and give them a try, before we get started, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Also, get your entries in for April's giveaway. Details on that will be at the end of the video, so check that out so that you get your chance to win the fabulous prize. But getting into the patch notes, we're going to go through this. We're not going to touch base on everything, but some of the better items and some of the base information that's here. But I'll put a link to the patch notes in the comments so that you can check the detailed notes out for yourself. So with 313, it does do the standard database reset, but the long-time persistence is enabled with the exception of the reputation system, because they introduced that new Delphi reputation app and reset everybody's reputation, go through that as well too, which is a great thing. And that's a pretty typical thing that happens with patch updates, so nothing new there, but that's a great app. We'll get into that a little bit more here in a bit. Everybody is pretty familiar with things that were going on in the PTU. Some of the known issues are still there, of course, and some others that are mentioned on here that I didn't see in previous PTU notes. So some of the known issues, and this one actually has been going on for much longer than just the 313. I think it goes all the way back to 3.9, but bed log out can cause an infinite load screen when you're trying to get back in. This one, they're saying character reset may be required to fix, which I have ran into that situation, but always try the arena commander fix first. 9 out of 10 times that takes care of it for me, and I can get in without having to do a full character reset. It's a great thing to try because it's such a pain to do a character reset and have to reset all your components, possibly lose some, things like that. So try the arena commander, go in there, start a match, and then exit out, and then go back into the PU. Most of the time that will fix it. Other things that they have known issues for: cannot refuel or rearmament new Babbage. Those services claim to be unavailable. I have definitely ran into that. There's no workaround for it. Hovering doesn't work, landing doesn't work, auto land doesn't work. So be aware, if you go into new Babbage and you need fuel or anything like that, you're probably gonna have to go in, claim your ship, or pull a different one. The other thing is the quantum jumping in groups may or may not work for you. There's still that issue that's going on. We occasionally see that when it does work, 1 or 2 people at the end of it won't be able to move on to the next quantum point because their quantum drive will just stop working properly. It'll stay on that constantly running state and won't allow them to quantum jump to the next one. They're still having the issues with the trolleys and push carts and all that, trying to get them into your ship off the landing pads and such, and trying to get those so that you can get them onto an elevator or ramp to get them and take them wherever you want to take them for whatever kind of shenanigans you're trying to do. So that's still an issue. They're still working on that. This is a new one I haven't seen, or at least I may have overlooked it. When you take your Merlin out of the Connie or your Archimedes, whatever docked ship that you take out of there, if you go more than 30 kilometers away after undocking, your Connie can despawn. It can disappear. It won't be there anymore. You're going to be stuck out in the middle of nowhere, most likely, without a quantum drive, and your only option is going to be to suicide to get back or have a buddy come pick you up. This can be a major pain for anybody that is using this as a, shuttle or something like that. Leave the Connie up in orbit, go down in the Merlin. 30 kilometers is a pretty sizable distance, but just be aware, watch your distance. If you expect that you're going to be going further away, try to park closer. Launch it from a closer distance, or just know that you run the risk that it will not be there when you go back, and you may have to find some other way to get out of there. Other issues that they're seeing is the trolleys are still clipping through the floor in Area 18 and such, and not being functional at all. And also the Eclipse is still spawning with the cockpit canopy open, with the ladder and all open, and the animations are broken and don't work properly once you get back in. And of course, they're still having the issue with the chat HUD is partially off screen with the ultra wide resolutions, and boxes going on the lifts of ships is still having an issue there. So last one, Grimhex elevators, It's been an issue for longer than just this last patch. I think that started in 3.11, but the Grim Hex elevators are still having a problem with that opening red gate on the inside so that you can get on. I find that if I just go to the other elevator, it works, and it's only one of the elevators that's down at a time. So just be aware of those. There's a few other known issues in there that aren't major. Again, links will be in the comments so you can see the whole detailed list. Now, as far as new gameplay, I think we've all been pretty much familiar with what they've added in through the PTU, and we've seen some of those patch notes and seen some of the videos and the different gameplays that's been out there. But we'll touch base on a couple of these. Obviously, the whole degradation has been good, but there are some ships that are still being affected by over degradation, like the Pisces, with the windshield getting too scratched up to where it makes it very difficult to see. There's also still a list of ships where it's not even enabled, and that's going to be your Hawk, your Reliant series, the Archimedes, the Dragonfly, obviously, the 600i, Gladiator, Scythe, Caterpillar, Valkyrie, Cartual, and of course the Ursa Rover and the Mustang variants and the Terrapin, so you won't see the degradation on those yet. The names and serial numbers of ships, that is in the game now, and that's one that's been highly anticipated. We are still having, and it is noted in the known issues with the darker skins and such with visibility. So just know if you have that Fortuna paint or one of the darker colored paints, your serial number and your name may not be highly visible, if visible at all. So that is an issue that they are still working on, but for those that are keeping the stock white paint or something like that, you'll have no problem being able to see that. When I looked at it with the Fortuna paint, it was less visible. It was a light gray on the green paint. It was not light enough. You had to get pretty close to see it, but it was there. So just know if you're using one of those dark paints that you can expect that you're not going to notice it. Ship-to-ship docking, that's been a blessing. I love using the Connie and taking that Merlin and using that to shuttle over to New Babbage so I can avoid the spaceport. Just hide the Connie up in the mountains and fly it over to the promenade and just take one of the surface entrance in. That's been great to do. And I think most everybody has seen that, but the actual interaction with the UI and everything takes a little getting used to at first, but that ship-to-ship docking makes the Connie on a whole nother level even more useful. We got the new reputation system with the Delphi app. You can now see a breakdown of everything for Crusader, Hurston, Bounty Hunters Guild, and such, with a very easy to read rating system, as well as where you stand in each one of those areas. Also, we got the new push and pull with the trolleys, but again, still got issues with the trolleys, so we're still waiting to see that in its full glory. And of course, we got the mounted guns at different areas throughout the verse. I got to mess around with this the other day on stream, and I actually ended up blowing up my own Harbinger with it. That was fun to do. I do like the mounted guns. I'd like to definitely see it get expanded into other playable types, with maybe moving them around, mounting them in different places. That will be fun to do. Right now, this is just the initial implementation of it. So as you find those, give them a try. I think you'll love them. Of course, we also got the new Cyclone MT in 3.13, and we got the Rock DS. The MT I'm excited about. I love that little Cyclone, and the turret on it is amazing, fun to use, and it is a welcome addition. I have an AA, I have a TR, and now this just takes both of those and puts them into one. Now, the other thing we got is Great Cat Rock DS. This one I'm not sold on. The Rock itself was a nice mining vehicle to have and to be able to use. Did we need the dual seat version? Granted, it gives you a protected canopy to be in for the driver, but your miner or a person doing the mining arm is still outside in the elements. I understand or believe the concept was that it's for the cave mining with the longer arm. I'm just not sold that it was really needed. I've not tried it yet myself. I just haven't had access to one. I will be trying one and probably doing a video on it as time goes on. and I will let you know if my opinion changes. I just don't really see where this was really a necessity, but it gives another option for other people to try some different things. So that's some of the stuff that we got to look forward to there, with some feature updates as well. There's a new character customization with new eye color choices. You also got those new caves with the drive-in, the sinkhole, as well as the cave FPS missions. Those cave FPS missions are going to give you a bounty and an assassination, as well as a clear all, which all in all, they all become a clear all to get to your targets. But don't forget that assassination one is only reachable by doing the Vaughn missions, which is going to be illegal, so you're going to get a crime stat doing that one. But the other two I've done numerous times over, and I actually love them. The new cave system is unbelievable. The lighting is much better inside, and I love what they did with it. It's just a great location to go in. The sinkhole style are fun, and I'm looking forward to getting more into those more and spending more time in there. They also got the Stanton system polish with different planets, moons, and all that, getting a pass over. From what we saw in the PTU, that looks amazing. I am completely impressed, and I think it looks amazing. So be on the lookout for that. We also got those new asteroids in several systems, and they can be found scattered around all the Lagrange points. Those I think look great, and I think that if it continues going in that direction, I think it's only going to get better as far as the visuals within the game itself. We also got all the new force reactions, tier 2. Surprisingly, I thought this was going to put it over the top, and I was going to get annoyed by overreaction, but I really didn't. I did notice a little bit of difference over the way it was before, but it wasn't so over the top that it made it annoying. So that actually has been fun. Some moments of unexplainable blowback or getting thrown on my backside, but it has not been over the top done to where it becomes annoying. The shields, SDF shields, obviously that was a big one for the PTU. People are very happy with that. That seems to be working great, and that's a welcome addition. And of course we got those new mining modules, which I've been playing around with, and I think that they're a great addition. Actually been working on mixing the old components with the new modules, and everything seems to be working smoothly, and you just got to pay attention to what modules that you're using, so you know that what the positive and the negative of using that module is. Check out the community tab. There's a page that a post on there that breaks it down so that you know what you're getting into depending on which ones that you select. And of course we have some law system improvements out there. Big one being the anti-griefing measures, which is going to be in regards to people hanging out above or below pads while ships are trying to take off or hiding there. The turret accuracy has been improved on the size 6 and size 10 turrets around rest stops and space stations. So I think that's a step in the right direction to help alleviate the griefing, not so much the piracy. Again, piracy is a legitimate gameplay. There is a big difference between those two, so keep that in mind. This is for the griefing aspect, pad ramming, things like that. So some great improvements there for that. And of course we got the pass over on the Gladius visual updates. They also increased the Terrapin base health, and they worked on the ramp collision. They've also increased the Asperia Prowler pricing to be in line with more of a ship its size, and that I can definitely understand. But they also added, vehicle-wise, the Star Runner, the Talons, and the Nomad to the in-game shop, so you can now buy those in-game. Keep in mind, in PTU, the Star Runner and the Nomad were available at Lorville at New Deal, and your Talons were available out at Area 18 at Astra Armada. So keep an eye out for those if you're looking to pick up any of those ships in-game. Also, as far as the med pen system is slightly different. You equip med pens into a different tab versus the utility. Also, you're going to need to go in, set your wheel to the med pen so that you can get back to using it with just the C key. So at first it seems a little bit off when you try to interact with it, but once you get it down, it becomes just as easy as it was previously. They've also taken the Buccaneer spinal mount and they made that available in-game shops and also for the Arena Commander rental. And of course, they've got some improvements with the Tobii eye tracker system out there, so some different on foot and flight options to separate those two in your system if you're using that Tobii eye tracker. And don't forget, if you're copying over anything from your user folder, there is a new location for that user folder. It's not in the same place. We saw that with the PTU. Now when you go in to move things, it's now under user client 0, and then you'll find your controls, mappings, and such like that. Now, as far as major bug fixes for this, there's not a lot of major ones. The bug fixes, there's a lot of smaller ones that all obviously needed attention, and they've knocked those out. And as far as like major things that you're going to see, big one being the vehicles clipping through elevators when you're trying to put them into the ships. That actually got pushed in 3.12.1 yesterday, and from what I've seen, everybody has been saying that that's been excellent. It has been acting a lot better, and it hasn't been such an issue. So it was nice to see them get that fixed. Other things that they have done with the bug fixes: Mike L1, Shallow Frontier Station are no longer separated. They are back where they belong together in one location. So if you need to go out to Mike L1, your Lagrange point is going to be there in the asteroid field where it belongs. Aside from those, the rest of them are smaller items that they fixed. So there's a large list. Again, there'll be notes in the comment, or a link in the comments below for a link to the patch notes so you can see everything in detail. But don't forget, also today, before the release of 3.13, they did announce a new referral program. And that's going to be anybody that uses your referral code, you're going to get an Aurora ES, they're going to get an Aurora ES, and those are going to be in your hangars to keep, and they will have LTI. So it's not going to be just thrown into your ASOP where it's only accessible there and you can't do anything with it. Now, you won't be able to gift it, you won't be able to melt it, but you can CCU it, meaning cross chassis upgrade. You'll keep the LTI, you'll get credit for the cost of the Aurora ES itself towards whatever ship that you're going to be moving it to. So a great way to get a free LTI token by referring a friend or somebody that you run into that is interested in the game, and you convince them to give it a try. Give them your referral code so that you can get that ship, get your LTI token, and have that in your hangar. And definitely a great program. So I'll be definitely pushing my referral code on the streams and everything like that to try and take advantage of that. I don't think anybody could say they couldn't use an LTI token. So for the most part, that's the major points of the patch notes. Hopefully you guys found this interesting. Definitely leave a comment. Let me know what you think. What is the thing that you're looking forward to the most? Let me know, if you didn't get into PTU and give this a try, let me know what it is that you guys are really excited about. I'd definitely love to hear from all of you. Make sure you use our community tab as well on the YouTube. It's a more direct link straight to me. With questions, comments, anything like that, or leave a comment on any video. And as far as comments on video, don't forget, get your entries in for April's giveaway. It's going to be the Mercury Star Runner with the Fortuna paint and the Cyclone MT. And those are all going to have LTI. We're going to be awarding that on May 1st to one lucky winner. To get your entries in, just subscribe and comment on any video on YouTube, or follow on Twitch, or heck, do both, and you can get entered twice. Our current followers and subscribers all know what to do to get their entries in, and I wish everybody the best of luck on that giveaway. And I can't wait for May 1st to be able to give that out to one of you lucky guys, and see the excitement as you get that, and especially since you'll be getting a nice package with LTI with some great items inside of it. Also, don't forget, check out Amarok's Fang if you're looking for an orc to learn your way around the verse. Definitely hit us up, anti-piracy and such, and usual fairly casual gameplay, but we're taking applications. We definitely consider anybody that sends that in, and love to see you out there join in on the streams as well too. And if you'd like to help support the page, check out the Patreon as well as the members link on the YouTube. We got a lot of great members packages there and Patreon packages, as well as our merch store, which you can get some Amarok's Fang gear or Dark Hour 717 streaming gear. All the support is greatly appreciated. Everything that comes in through those sources is going to turn around and go right back towards our giveaways, so I can give back to you guys. And I really appreciate it. I appreciate you guys checking out the channel and being here and supporting us. And I want to thank everybody out there. But 313 is here, and I'm excited. So I am going to end the video here, and I am going to go get in the verse myself. Hopefully we'll see you all there. And everybody have a wonderful day, and we will catch you next time.